Of course, it's perfect. All right, so let's get started. Hello, everybody. My name is Fernando Arencibia with Arenci Properties Realty. I have a great treat. Um, I have been hearing about this company called iPOS from many of my clients and in the restaurant industry specifically that have used it, and they feel that there is some incredible value to it for a lot of mom and pop restaurants. So I have been invited to see a demo of the product. And so I decided that I wanted to record this, and I have the pleasure of having Ramesh with iPOS here today to guide us through this incredible software and what may be a very good and a great solution to the mom and pop restaurants in our community. So with further ado, Ramesh, I want you to introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about your company and your product, and share your screen and give us this guided tour behind iPOS.
Perfect. Hey, Fernando, thank you so much for your introduction. So let me go ahead and take over here. Screen. Is a screen clear?
Yeah, I think it's coming up,
Okay,
but
perfect.
So you're good.
Awesome. Hello, everybody's listening. Our product is designed towards our community and giving the community a solution during these difficult times without breaking your bank. Who is iPOS and why iPOS? I said, we own the code, the intellectual property. So we give our partners the ability to customize and develop. So we meet our consumer demands and we have the unprecedented position of negotiating since all the modules of this application is developed directly by our internal development teams. Our unique partnership with Apple ensures to bring in tremendous quality and a reassurance to our users, as such as like, hey, the iPad breaks or it doesn't charge, battery doesn't charge, we have no problem, we can directly call Apple. All the tablets we send us has Apple Care, and everybody knows how an easy Apple Care is to utilize. Just go swap it out, brand new tablet, no questions asked. And every 2 years, you also get a brand new tablet. So your equipment is not going to get outdated either. We don't believe in third-party integrations. Every single module is developed within, again, bringing you the added benefit of lowering all costs or eliminating it completely. Back to you, Fernando.
So I know that you're going to kind of guide us. So in this chart that you have in front of you, this is basically a POS station that the restaurateur or the retail shop receives with your product, and you're saying that everything here is integrated. Tell us a little bit about how they can do everything from this platform.
See, in a nutshell, what distinguishes the difference that distinguishes the restaurant, the family-owned restaurant business versus the corporate giant Starbucks on the plaza is technology. And the operating system, the systems driven. We go to Starbucks and you get a cup of coffee. It's the same cup of coffee. It doesn't matter even if I get from Miami, New York, or California, or even in India for that matter. A venti latte is a venti latte. So that consistency derives trust in the consumer. I know what I'm going to get for sure. It's not going to be, hey, different taste the next day. So that's because of the tremendous amount of advanced technology that has been applied into their day-to-day operations. So what we do here is, instead of, we don't see iPOS as a point-of-sale POS system for the restaurant that will manage a digitalized cash drawer. No. What iPOS is seen is as your operating system. This is your business's operating system. You plug iPOS in, it'll start integrating with everything, including your consumers, including your customers, and keeping them keeping them within your circle of communication in a simple manner, simplifying everything to the nut and the bolt. Right? So we have our online ordering. Now, most of the websites, I'm sure the consumers who are listening can attest to this. Yeah, everybody says I can develop the website, but a year later, I still don't have the website. Then they tell me $4,000, and then they're asking for images, they're asking for content, this and that and this, you might as well just do the site yourself. Here in our case, we don't ask you for anything. Just give your menu. Within 2 to 3 business days, your website is up, including the e-commerce online ordering solution. And those orders come straight from the POS, from the website to your POS system, which is displayed on the screen. So there's no third party, no middleware, no additional tablets. Everything comes to the POS, prints in your dynamic kitchen printing. All the complex printing is addressed. Kitchen salad bar, soup, one in the toilet, everywhere you want the printers placed, you can print it. Along with displaying it on a kitchen display system, which is completely interactive all the way down to the end user. Essentially, when you accept the order, end user is notified, the restaurant has accepted the order. When you say it's done, they will be notified, so on and so forth. Phone orders are also taken in. When you're calling in, caller ID will tell who the customer is. When you answer, immediately on the left-hand corner, it'll customer's history and previous order history and everything pops up, enabling you to take this order. Since we are all internally within the app built, we are offering this solution to the consumer absolutely cost-free.
That's a lot of robust features that you are detailing, and I know you're going to go more in depth. One of the things that got me really excited about speaking with you is because, you know, I can speak to a lot of individual restaurateurs and they give me their perspective. And so you have the added, you know, benefit of providing back-end support to a lot of restaurants in the area. I should say to everybody to know you are in Miami. This is a Miami run company. You're very much a part of the community. And so because you provide so much support to these restaurants, you get to see how the different players in the industry of different sizes are approaching their business, especially at a moment like today. So, you know, tell me a little bit about how you're seeing your clients anticipating changes in consumer behavior and how your software is going to help them make those adjustments.
Thank you, Fernando. Good question, and it pertains to the immediate problem at hand, right? Right. We don't want to throw this and that out there. So I went in, and after you had asked me this question, we spoke to actual business owners. This is not like Google data or here and there you can get. No, I spoke to actual business owners. From a small business environment to a medium business environment to a large, to an enterprise level like sushi sake owners. And they all have one common denominator. How do we restart without incurring a big cost? Because already I'm hurting. I have bills to pay. Some restaurant owners are great, which I say that because they didn't lay off anybody. They at least kept them at their minimum wages. So, I mean, kudos to them. Really kudos to them, because they are the ones who are actually bringing value to the community. And when we studied these clients and we listened to all what they're saying, what the business owners' issue is that we need to restart. And then how can we do that without incurring a massive cost? Then when we studied the consumer data, the consumers' fear. More than 75% of the consumers are scared of touching those self-service food using public restrooms. So 75% of the consumer are falling into this category. So then the balance, I would say 50% or more are worried about sitting down in a crowded restaurant, using a self-service kiosk that everybody else is touching, sharing condiments like salt, pepper, and oils at the restaurants, sharing food at restaurants, eating food with your hands, using dishes, silverware, glassware, and restaurants is where they're mostly worried about. And what to make them comfortable, if you would ask these consumers what will make them comfortable, over 45% says regular visibly wiping, employees, are the employees clean? Is the restaurants disinfected? Are the food covered from maybe somebody who's working there that might sneeze? Are there open containers? And the rest of the 30% of the consumers, where it came from, who wrapped it? Is there enough space in between the two tables? Is the ingredient safe? Is the restaurant made? Is the restaurant in a position where you don't have to touch any doors and handles to go in? This is the overall data. And about dining out, if you would ask, about 30%, 20% would say safety, and data. Do I know it's clean? Say, if you were to take your own little kids and your family out to dinner, would you do that now? And that answer to that question will determine the likelihood of reopening the market. So I have never heard from any single individual who said yes to that answer, to that question. Everybody's like, hell no, heck no. And sometimes in a different vocabulary says no. So then opening up the country is not necessarily going to get us back to normal unless we give them a solution that is completely compliant with the regulation that the restaurants are mandated to follow.
Right. But how do we make people comfortable? How do we make the setting comfortable, and how do people, are able to have the confidence, right, that they are, number one, being safe, but they're still able to enjoy and support these businesses? Because I can tell you, in having conversations with lots of people, it's not just that they want to support the business. They miss the social aspect of going to a restaurant. They miss the interaction, and they also miss the ability to get what they love most about going to a restaurant, which is that the familiarity with the food and seeing the owner, and especially those of us who enjoy supporting local businesses and going to mom and pop restaurants within our community. So how do we make them safe so that they can go? We all know that it's going to be a different experience. It cannot just be the same experience, but it doesn't mean that it has to take totally away from what we value in that experience.
So yes, Fernando, I agree with you. So what we did is that we broke down in a high level the problem. The problem is the people fear contact, like you and I do, right? We don't shake hands anymore because we fear contact, right? So then people fear the proximity of the unknown person. Like, say, for example, if you're with your wife, Fernando, you're not going to wear a mask, like I'm not. But if I see somebody who coming from the street that I don't know where he or she's been around, I'm going to immediately go ahead and put my mask on. Right? So the fear of the unknown person. Then the next thing is the unknown, the lack of information given about the safety regulation that the restaurants are following is not displayed publicly. Even if it is, they don't have the technology right now to display it lively. And even if they do, it's a cost effective to it. There's a massive cost to it, right? Because you're talking about putting a TV as a display and creating live, updating it every single time they do it. I mean, look at the manpower required, the hardware, upstart. So instead of now opening up and worrying about getting the groceries to start cooking the restaurant back to normal, you're worried about a $2,000 upfront cost just to provide the data. So again, so our solution fits everybody's problems. So now we have a way of giving the ability to the consumer to make an order completely contactless. No kiosk, no menus, don't touch anything except for the table and the chair you're sitting in, right? Flexible ability to reopen dine-in with a minimum 50% capacity and remove the consumer proximity fear. So if you're every other table, you're fine. The state's response right now is open the patio in the summer. Who the heck is going to go? Are you going to put a fan on your head in the summer? Right now it's so hot outside, or put a tent in the parking lot. So if you put a tent in the parking lot, you're going to park the cars in the restaurant? It doesn't work. And who's going to bring the furniture in and out every day? Who's going to pay for the tent and the AC in the tent? And which landlord is going to approve it?
Right.
The car park, the purpose of the car lot is defeated now. So the solutions don't work. So we are giving the ability to frictionally take orders, ability to reopen dining at a 50% capacity. So if you wear your mask in and you sit down, and after you sit down, there's a 6 feet is maintained for the next cab. Now you can take, because for media group, you can take the mask out and get back to business, right?
Right.
And win customer trust. And then you can win your consumers' trust by giving them the transparency. as we go down the slides, I can show you our
Sure.
COVID mandate checklist that the state is requiring and the city is requiring. So now we can make sure we give you this entire checklist in a digital format, popped up every hour, every other hour, every 30 minutes to make sure that this compliance
Well,
checklist
let's
is.
do that. Let's go through those slides because I saw that it was really interesting. So what you're saying in the slides that you're going to show us is that the employer can check off, the employee can check off every time that they do any one of those tasks, right?
Yes. So this works very similar to the retail sector, right? Like, farm stores, the lavaquitas. I have the corporate account is with me, been with me since 2008. So when Ivan Racy, when we were developing the retail sector of the software for them, what they said is every hour or every time the cash register reaches a $200 in cash, the POS needs to suspend and the employee needs to drop the cash to the safe. If you don't drop, the POS won't work anymore. So similarly, we have done that same technology application here. So the entire software solution halts if they don't do the checklist. And once they do the checklist and submit it, now the data is available online to the consumer. Okay. And it drops to your cell phone. Just like it shows a small message, when you click it, this data will come, reassuring you live time that the restaurant is clean and has been sanitized.
So the consumer can basically send a text to a number and receive a link. No, not even.
No, when you're right in front of the restaurant door, in that part, like see the restaurant has a veranda type of thing, right?
Right, yeah.
When you're in that pavement of the restaurant, automatically you'll see the pop-up on your screen. A small pop-up similar to this, like this. See the scan done, please tap. Here you say COVID-19 real-time data. It'll state it like that. So when you click it like this, it'll open up and show you this information real-time, that these tests are being conducted.
So now show us this, by the way, it's great. I think this is something that can give people confidence that all of the things that are supposed to be done are getting done. Plus, I know that people are going to see everyone wiping things down and taking care of things. That's going to be all a part of it. Now, share with people this idea of the frictionless order taking, because I've gone to places where I've had this experience. There's not a lot of them, and I think that we're going to have an explosion of this frictionless order taking. So can you share with them a little bit about the QR code and how that experience goes?
Of course, this is the beautiful thing about it is that there is, but see, the most common point of sale is Clover. So it's all third-party apps. So yes, it's maybe, I don't know, I'm not, again, don't take my word for it, may be available, but they're all third-party apps. In our case, within the last 2 weeks, we developed these functions within our iPOS bill. So we have no additional cost, monthly recurring cost that we had to pay a third party. So that's how we can bring this cost-free to the consumer. Yes, we don't make anticipated profits on investments, but we can get the economy going. Excellent. Right? So how it works is very simple. Every restaurant will have, every table will cost you what, $5, $3 to put one of these signs. Now, if you don't want the plastic display holder, you can just print it from your any printer, and you can just put the sticker like this on anywhere, or even on the table, right? Or even the wall, wherever you want. It's very simple. So you scan this. When you take your phone, open your camera, and you scan this QR code, it's going to give you a small pop-up like on the top. So when you tap on that, it's going to give you the full menu, and now you have the back-to-gain Uber Eats experience. Our Olo Buddy app works very apples to apples, exactly like Uber Eats. If you're used to Uber Eats or Postmates Eats app, this is going to be a second nature to you. So now you take the order, it goes to the kitchen, the server, the busboy picks up the kitchen food and brings it to the table, because it also tells the restaurant what table number it's coming from.
Amazing. And so therefore, there's no kiosk to touch. You're touching your own phone. So you're just walking in, having a seat. You have a separation of 6 feet between tables. You order, your food comes in. You could order whether you want to pick it up to go or if you want to eat it at the restaurant. And all of that that's where the frictionless side of it comes from.
Completely frictionless, correct. And cost-free to the restaurant owner.
Say that again?
And it doesn't cost a penny to the restaurant owner.
Right, because it's all inclusive and the technology is already ready for it to do so.
Correct.
So let's talk a little bit about something that I've discussed with other restaurateurs, which is, the debate about the value of third-party delivery apps. I want to get into this because I know that for a lot of mom and pop restaurants, the cost is very prohibitive. I know that there are, third-party apps like Uber Eats and Postmates that they charge a significant percentage. For an app to charge 30% of the revenue of one of the dishes, right? It really significantly shrinks the margins for the restaurateurs, but I know that there's, this move of having food delivered is going to continue. It's not going to slow down. So what is your solution for the mom and pop restaurants that cannot afford to give 30, 25, 27% of their revenue to these third-party apps, but still want to be able to allow people to get delivered food at home?
Okay, see, again, same thing. We developed the Olo Buddy application from scratch. We ensure that it has all the bells and whistles from the consumer user permission, user aspect, the user interface aspect, to make it very simple, just like Uber Eats. Okay. So since we developed the app, and we have, again, there is very minimal cost for upkeep. So we provide this application to the consumer for free, just like Uber Eats and Facebook. And the restaurant now is, what we do is that we create a website for the restaurant, any restaurant. This happens by default. So if you were to sign up with iPOS services, anyway, we give you the website, and it is online ordering capable website that immediately triggers the order taking to the POS. So now it's also connected to the mobile app as well. So we give you this solution to the restaurant owner completely cost free. So if you were to get $10,000 in orders from your website or Olo Buddy app, it would cost, you will get the deposit of $10,000
right.
plus taxes.
Right.
And you pay Uncle Sam.
Right.
So then comes the flip side. So then they ask, how do we make money? How we make money is a simple, how we make money is that, see, when this food order comes to the restaurant,
I'm sorry, can you back up for a second? What was that $10,000? I didn't quite understand that.
Yes, so,
yeah.
Sure, Fernando. So when you do $10,000 worth of sales with Uber Eats, you get $7,000 deposited to your bank account.
Right.
We're on the same page, right?
Yeah.
So if it Olo Buddy or the website we create for your restaurant for free, you do $10,000 sales, the deposit to your bank account is also $10,000.
Right.
We're not costing you a penny.
So let's go, because I know you're gonna speak about how you make money. People always want to know how exactly this is going to work in a manner that makes financial sense for all parties. So I'm a consumer. Now I've been given a choice. I want to order food from a restaurant that is using iPOS. Instead of going to a third-party app, I can go to that restaurant's website with my phone and order directly from the website, right?
Correct.
Right. And then what is the consumer pay, and how is the consumer going to get the food delivered?
Okay, so the consumer gets the food delivered the same way they get it delivered right now from Uber Eats or Postmates. Okay. It's the same way. Nothing has changed, right? The fees, yes, change. So not only is this solution free for the restaurant owner, this is also cheaper for the consumer. Because if you look at this, Uber Eats last year around February started introducing a service fee for every order. So they charge a subtotal, they charge a service fee, delivery fee, taxes, and the total. So the service fee, when you select that exclamation mark, what comes up is orders delivered with Uber include a service fee equals to 15% of a subtotal. Okay. So Uber not only charges 30% to the restaurant owner, they charge 15% to the consumer as well. Mm-hmm. So then, Postmates, I didn't see the service fee. So I'm like, yes, Postmates is better, right? But one day I recognized, why is taxes $11 for a $45 order? That's insanely high. So I clicked on it and said, oh crap, they have service fee too. And when you calculate $7.22 for $44.80, it's a 16.5%. It's more expensive than Uber Eats.
Right.
So what we do is we charge only 7%.
Okay.
So we are more than half of everybody else, and we provide the same service and we are more community oriented versus the investors' net profit.
So that the consumer is paying 7%. He's not paying an additional delivery fee. The restaurant is not getting charged that 30% of revenue, and they're still going to get it delivered by a party. Now,
it's the same delivery network that Uber Eats and Postmates is using.
So it's basically the same drivers that are already driving for Uber Eats and for Postmates are the ones that are going to pick up and deliver the food.
Yes.
All right. And is
to
it
uncomplicate it? Yeah, it's the same network of drivers. Like, have some Uber drivers have Lyft and some Lyft have Uber. It's the same network of drivers.
And is this a separate app, or is this going to be through the website of the restaurant?
So when you go to the website, you can download Olo Buddy. So we are always trying to get them to download the Olo Buddy application. So the Olo Buddy app is not just for restaurant food delivery like Uber Eats. Right. Now, we are currently working with Walmart to get the registration with Walmart done. As soon as the registration Walmart done, now you can get Walmart delivered in 3 hours. BJ's delivered in 3 hours. Sam's Club, Costco. I mean, any restaurant, any retailer that wants a food delivered, all they have to do is connect with iPOS. We will send you a free tablet, a free brand new tablet from Apple directly, completely free to the owner. You power it on, Apple will program it only to see the iPOS application. You open the iPOS app and get ready to fulfill orders.
So if I want to order from Sushi Saki today, I could go to that app, Olo Buddy. What's
yes.
the name of the app?
Olo Buddy.
Okay.
Olo is online ordering buddy.
Ah, okay. Excellent.
Olo is online ordering.
Can you show us on the screen? I think you had a little picture of the app, or name.
Unfortunately, I don't have the app working out here right now, but it's right here. You see it on the bottom in the product lines.
I see.
Right.
Right. All right. Perfect. I'll make sure to you'll send me a picture, or I could upload it when I send.
Of course. People. I'll actually send you the link so you can download and play with it.
Oh, that's awesome. That'd be great. The other thing that I wanted to ask, of course, we've gone through this. Tell us about the cost. I know you mentioned that this is free to the restaurateur, but I want you to. I know you have a slide that discusses cost for the restaurant.
Yes. Yeah. So we are providing this at cost free to our community of clients, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a cost free. We are eating up a $4,000 cost on the first year. So if you were to look at the hardware cost to get all this up and running, we're looking at about $2,175 in hardware alone. And within the first value, the software services is about $2,175. So you look at a $4,000 saving per location that is signing up with this promotion. Okay.
So this is for the first year. And this is something that you're doing for the first year. Basically, it's not costing the restaurant anything. Okay.
Correct.
So then what happens after the first year if they want to keep using your software?
What we're doing is that as long as you're doing minimum $25,000 in sales, which majority of these restaurants will do, we don't charge you anything onboard as well. We are driving in towards a complete Google, Facebook model where everything is free to the business owner. We don't want. We are staying away from every opportunity to just do not charge the restaurant owner.
Okay.
We are heavily going into. We want to be the first company out there to truly offer a solution to the restaurant as a powerful operating system, absolutely cost-free to the restaurant owner. So the hardware cost will vary because that has nothing to do with the software solution. We are providing the software solution absolutely for free. So you can Google anywhere for free, but you still have to go Apple and buy the $1,000 phone, right? So it's something like that. You got to buy a computer, but we will give you the software completely free.
Okay. All right. So I see there that there is in the chart that you have in front of you that it's waived for 12 months and then $49 a month for online ordering. Olo Buddy fee is $29 a month, and then the actual point of sale software $79 a month. But it is your intention that based on the performance of the restaurant that you can waive those fees in the future.
Yes, it will be.
Okay.
Because majority of the restaurant, see, once we do the website for you, it's also our problem to promote that site. So to your clients, and we also give the convenience of a text to sign up format. So it's very easy, simplifying it, versus going to the Greek house restaurant.com. Majority of the people can't spell restaurant correctly. So it doesn't, I'm one of them. It doesn't get there, right? So what we do is, hey, text Greek to 911 or 9711, 4-digit number, 9111, okay? A 4-digit number, and then you get a link. When you follow the link, either you can go to the website or you can download the app for your convenience.
Excellent. So where are you guys located in Miami?
We are in Doral, off of the Palmetto and 36th.
Okay, excellent. And I know you're very responsive, so people can reach you by phone, but they could also go to your website to get more information.
Yes, Facebook is the best. Yes, we like to keep it Facebook because it's very transparent. If anybody's unhappy, they won't hesitate in going out there. So right. That is the we have a 5.0 rating, positive rating at Facebook, and we strive to keep it as such. The website is also running. It's just that our collaboration with Apple has taken us to another level where now we can do instant approval, credit approvals, financials, do the demos, and just like that Apple experience from start to finish, everything's on the website, even the credit approval in seconds. Since our collaboration as Apple has gone further, now we have the same financing program that Apple.com offers. So now Apple Engineering and iPOS Engineering is wrapping up the websites. So within another week or two, it should be done. Again, working with a giant like Apple is, they don't answer the calls as soon as you call. So it's a little bit lengthy, but Apple has tremendous interest in the product. They are looking to put our product in the Apple stores, sell it through their business centers, and also promote the software services through Apple as well.
And so finally, Ramesh, what is your expectation as to when we are going to get back to some level of normalcy, when these restaurants are going to be able to reopen and we're going to be able to socialize safely, but still socialize in a restaurant setting?
It depends on our community, Fernando. It's how you think, it's your mind. If you decide you want to do it, there is nothing that can stand in your way. So we understand that this is similar to a flu. Waiting for everybody to get cured is very unlikely. So we take our precautions, take care of ourselves, and go out there and get back to the day-to-days. I mean, wear a mask. If wearing a mask is safe, that's my key to get out of the house. Right. And find Amazon has this for $25 for 10 of them. It's super easy to put on, and you can leave it all day. Right. It has a breathing thing, and it's extremely inexpensive. Probably wait for 2 weeks for it to come through. I can breathe through this filter, change the filter, and I can use it I have had this for over a month now. So wear it, I'm back on the game. Why waiting? See, for it to wait and die, won't you agree that everybody got to stay at home for 2 weeks? Right. They only need one guy to go out and spread it again, right?
Right. Yeah.
So this is going to be a gradual adaptation back to so-called normal.
Right.
We're going to start somewhere, and the community here is intelligent and smart enough to make the right decisions and get out there again.
Yeah. Well, Ramesh, thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing this demo with everybody. Definitely happy to share it, and would love to see some small mom and pop stores being able to adopt it so that they could get back to work and do it in a safe way and in a manner in which it will instill confidence in their patrons to come in and enjoy the experience, the new experience of the
new norm.
Yeah, exactly. All right, thank you, sir.
Fernando, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
A pleasure.